Katherine, I had a question, Priyanka. I'm here, if you can't spot me.
Thank you.
I do work in the pharmaceutical industries, and I read your book, I think the day it got released. I've also been following the story for a long time. I think it's beyond doubt that there is documented evidence, and Ranbaxy anyway pleaded guilty to a number of criminal investigations. So that's a story of one rogue company, which is beyond doubt. But given how much research you did and the documents you read, I'd like your considered opinion on what is the narrative we create around the entire industry, and would it be fair to cast the entire industry with the same brush? After all, the Indian companies constitute as much of 30 to 40% of what is consumed by US consumers and many other countries around the world. So I'd like to be very careful. I'd like your considered and opinion on what is the narrative that you would like to leave behind on the entire industry. There's a rogue company proven beyond doubt, that's fine. But what is your comment on the entire industry?
Thank you for that question. So first of all, generic drugs are essential to public health. I take them, my family takes them, the US healthcare system relies on them, they're absolutely needed here. And really, so the question there is, how can we make sure that generic drugs are quality assured generics? And I think the problem is that it has been too easy for companies to take shortcuts. It just simply has been. And so, one metric, for example, and there's not a lot of data, but one metric, Peter Baker, this FDA investigator, I tell his story in the book, over the course of 4 years, he inspected 86 drug plants in India and China. He found fraud in 67 of those plants. That is roughly 4/5. These are plants from all different manufacturers. To me, that's all documented in FDA reports, but it's not like anybody sat there and counted until I counted what he found. But that is telling us that fraud is very widespread in the generic drug industry, that data fraud is common. And, to be honest, I mean, since the book came out, I've been contacted by many more whistleblowers. I was even contacted, one of the most interesting emails I got was from a lawyer for the generic drug industry who sent me like a 2-page email, incredible book. I work for all these companies, I help them all the time, I would never take their medication. And then he went on to enumerate lots of fraud, okay? So, and I really appreciated that email. This is not to say that every company is bad. That is simply not true. There are ethical companies, but I don't think that I am painting with too broad a brush to say that this is a serious and big problem.